If the stars were made to worship, so will I.
This is Musings of a Christian Physician on the Physical and Spiritual Healing of Man by Dr. Joseph DeMay. I'll be reading to you from week 21, day 3. Oh, to grace, how great a debtor daily I'm constrained to be. Let that goodness, like a fetter, bind my wandering heart to thee. Come, thou fount of every blessing. An 18th century hymn by Robert Robinson. This verse I gave yesterday morning are the verses I gave yesterday morning are to be pondered as we embark on this brief journey of unrestricted grace and mercy experienced by the children of Israel as they leave Egypt and head for the promised land via Sinai Peninsula. They will see unprecedented miracles on their behalf and supernatural protection and supply, but it will not last. What is to follow will be diametrically opposed. So we have to ask why. What is it? What is this time of unimputed sin and unrestricted grace proving to the universe? Intently watching all of this play out on this beautiful orb of ours, it seems as though God is completely ignoring the fact that his children have been separated from him by sin, as if he were going to look the other way and bless them anyway, show them unconditional grace. He is showing his heart, his true nature, which is love. But wait a minute. If he doesn't justly and righteously deal with the sin problem, he is no longer just and righteous, and the foundations of his throne, Psalm 97:2, are shattered. He knew that, but humankind and the universe had to see that too. Here's another one of my little foundational sayings for me that sums up this part of the journey. If the sin debt has not been paid, grace is ineffective. If the sin debt has not been paid, grace is ineffective. That's what we'll see transpire as the unredeemed children of Israel couldn't respond appropriately to the grace shown them. They would actually clamor to be held responsible for their actions and behaviors, to have rules to follow. Sin would start to count again, to show humankind that they couldn't keep the rules, and that a Savior was needed to pay the penalty for their sin, so they could benefit from God's grace. That's where we are today. Our sin debt has been paid, and God's reckless grace is sufficient for us, and is what keeps us close to him. It's what restrains us, as the foregoing hymn lyric so beautifully stated. So it is worthwhile to spend some time on this brief grace-filled era because it shows us the heart of our loving God. We'll start that process tomorrow.